Look at that, hold on. And then I could just like go like that. This is so cool.
Isn't this awesome?
We've got swivel stands.
Yeah.
And like, so do you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it. I think if we put a banjo over that, that's our new opening.
Yeah. Like, hit it. But it hurts my fingertips.
That's pretty cool.
All right, so we're ready to go?
Yeah, we're away.
Man, I need to learn what switch you touch to know when we're recording.
There's a little red light here.
Yeah, I don't see a hell of a lot. I see no, I don't see much. Like, who am I fucking playing?
Yeah.
I don't see a hell of a lot.
You know what we need is we need a light bulb up there that I can push a button and when it changes colour, we're recording.
Like an on-air, like...
Oh, my God.
Fucking on-air light. And I want that gumball machine.
Okay, well...
I was in a bidding war with some fuckwit who, like, clearly outbidded me. He paid way over he should have.
Yeah.
I cut ties pretty quick because I'm like... It got to, like, 71.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, like, and it sold for, like, 160 in the end. Those OG... The ones that you were talking about with the like, it's all, like, sterling silver. You put your 20 cent in, turn the knob, and there's, like, a little paper bag that comes with the snifters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted, like... Yeah, I have big dreams, big plans.
Big dreams. I was in a bidding war the other day for a 360-degree camera.
360-degree camera?
A waterproof one, so I could go swimming and see my fat in every direction.
Yeah, because that's what you want to see, like, on HD.
Yeah.
And you're like, you kind of think about it, this is a really bad purchase. Like,
yeah. Why did I do this?
What did I... But they will go, when you dive off the boat you'll one day have, because... The boat's it's still
in my dreams. Yeah. No, actually, what I wanted the 360 camera for was so if we have a table full of people, we can put it in the middle and it video records everyone at the same time.
That'd be cool if we had one like that poker game that we never got.
Exactly.
That'd be so cool, man.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted it for, but this fucker had an auto bid on, and then I gave up at about $120.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Some people go way over. I just go for the buy nows.
Yeah.
I went on Trade Me this today because I needed a new phone because I broke phone number 4 for the year.
Yeah.
It's like $299 for a Samsung S10.
Yeah.
Refurb. Like that's pretty fucking good.
It's not bad. S10s are good.
And lay-by do lay-by and afterpay in Trade Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes. Fuck yes. You got bad credit. I don't need credit anymore. Apparently, like if they told me this 10 years ago.
Oh, I know, right?
They're like, don't worry, Kels. Just sit tight. 10 years time, you can do this without credit cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? So I'm getting a new phone. So it'll be phone number 5 for the year. I
kind of feel you need to really, if you break the next one.
No, I just need to put it in a fucking case and keep it.
Oh yeah, but
life-proof one.
A Kels-proof one. I think if that doesn't work, though, you should consider going back to a flip phone that only calls and text messages.
What was 160 like character? I won't get you guys emojis.
Yeah, well, hey, it's the price you pay.
Yeah, I'll get real good at Snake probably.
Oh hell yeah!
That was like back in the day where you could like text with the phone in your pocket.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, try to do that now.
No,
you can't do it.
You'll be thinking you're texting and actually you're like ordering pizza on the Domino's app. You're just like knock knock knock. Hi, I got an order for Akaflagaden. Am I pronouncing that right? Oh, that might have been me.
I think that might have been my stomach fat like approached my pocket.
Yeah. Did someone order the symphony orchestra? Possibly. Well, hi.
Well, because I don't know if you know aware of this, Dylan, but I had a short stint at the hospital recently.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So I nearly died, ladies and gentlemen. That's not funny, but that's my reaction. So pretty much first of all, I think it was like Wednesday. It was a Wednesday. I was like sat down to eat some food, and instantly like I'm like, what the fuck, my mouth hurts. Like, so picture your like the back molars of your front teeth and back teeth right at the back, right? And there was like I felt like it was like, I don't know, it was a sore. I can't really see much in the mirror, like whatever. Yeah. And I was just angry that I couldn't eat. Yeah. I was all shitty because I couldn't eat. And then the next morning, it was like the size of a tennis ball. My cheek was the size of a tennis ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. And it took 3 more days for me to finally wave the white flag and be like, all right, Annie, I need to go to the hospital. Get to the hospital. It took 8 hours to get to the ward.
Jesus.
Now, when I get up to the ward,
yeah,
I get wheeled into my own room. And my daughter and my mum were with me. And they were like, oh, you're so lucky. Like, you get your own room. I knew straight. I've done my fair share of time in the hospital to know that this is why have I got my own room?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. This is not good. And then the next morning, 4 doctors came in, saying that I had a serious life-threatening disease called MRSA.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of it before. And basically what it is, it's I can't remember. I should know the acronym by now. But the R stands for resilient, and basically there's no antibiotic that can kill it.
That's right. Yeah.
And but if it gets into your bloodstream, for a normal, healthy human being, so clearly I'm not talking about me right now.
No.
A normal, healthy human being, it's quite like serious. But with me, with all the shit that I've got with the low white cell count and the heart condition and all the family like history.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was right on like the back of my mouth.
Yeah.
If it gets down your throat, it's like. So pretty much what they said is we need to act now, urgently. You need to have 2 minor surgeries today, 2 tomorrow, and basically just drag the fuck out for the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
And by Wednesday, because this was a Monday, and by Wednesday, we'll know where we're at. I'm like, what do you mean where we're at?
Yeah.
And they go, by Wednesday, we basically, if it's really deep into your system right now, we have to act aggressively. But if we can't contain it, you're going to have like invasive throat and open chest surgery. Open chest surgery.
Fuck.
And she goes, on top of that, a 60% strike rate of getting through it. I'm like, for a normal human being, she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, what's my percentage? She goes, she goes, we don't want to go down that road. But she goes, you guys have to brace it. Like, this is like, it's a coin flip right now. We have to act aggressively.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like, my mum and daughter happened to stop by Monday morning because they know the hospital food is not the greatest, and they thought they'd bring some home cooking for me. And they're like, oh, how's the swollen cheek?
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Swollen cheek.
You know, and I'm like, it is what it is. No big deal. And then the doctors came in and dropped the news. My daughter starts crying. Mum goes dead quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking like life-threatening.
Yeah.
They go, you'll be I go, give me the best and worst case scenario. She's like, huh? Oh, give me the worst case scenario. She goes, if we can't contain it, it'll very likely like loss of limb, very high strike rate of having a stroke.
Yeah.
And she goes, you already have atrial fibrillation, so that's very likely. And she goes, and the surgery you may not get through the surgery.
Yeah.
And if you do, it's touch and go in terms of like loss of like the lower like leg limb like lost, and I'm like, and you're saying this is a coin flip?
Yeah.
And she's like, more or less. I'm like, well, do your fucking job. Don't let me die.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Can we get that Two-Face coin from Batman where it's the same on both sides, please?
But yeah, I said it was heads on heads. You said tails, you moron. Like, I'm like, but tails never fails, right? Imagine that you and I had a rigged coin. I'm like, bro, it's 2 heads, right? And I flick it, and you're like, tails. I'm like, you muppet. Fucking moron. So I say, what's the best case scenario? What are we going to do from here?
Yeah.
She goes, so we have to, she goes, I'm just going to be real blunt with you right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's how tell me exactly.
We're going to dip you in antibiotics.
Ooh. Imagine me dipping morphine, just swimming in it.
Oh my God, it'd be great until they have to pull you out.
And I'm pretty sure the crash will be horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's basically, what's going to happen next is going to be horrible. It's going to be not a good time for you. I go, what? We have to give you 4 injections into your cheek, through your cheek. Am I through? She's like, yes, and they
Jesus.
hurt. She goes, they hurt, and it's meant to be anesthetic. It won't completely numb it. I'm like, well, then why is it called anesthetic? And then she was like, so 4 of those, we clamp your mouth open, and basically I just start slashing the inside of your cheek.
Why's my bumhole just puckered?
And I'm like, slash the inside of my cheek. She's like, yeah. And she goes, it's going to smell absolutely rank for me and you, but the taste is going to be the foulest of the foul.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to do anything because your mouth's clamped open and you're going to be in searing pain. And I'm like, right.
Yeah.
And she's like, and my job, my job is, but while all that shit's like liquids flying everywhere, I have to catch every drop of it before it goes down your throat. So I'm going to have one suction gun while I'm cutting, but there's going to be one that we're going to like pretty much just position right at the back of your throat to catch anything we don't get.
Yeah.
Now it's right next to your gag reflex sort of thing, so you can't really move a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, and she goes, we have to if any of it gets down your esophagus, she goes, that's not good.
No.
Because it's highly contagious throughout your body.
Yeah.
Now it's down your throat. So I'm like, well, you better catch every fucking drop, right? Like,
yeah.
So then we went down for that, and it sucked. It was about 20 minutes of hell, and then. Right, and we'll
hold on. When she's telling you and doing this, she's not wearing a grey uniform with a swastika on it, is she? Because that sounds like some fucking shit they did to the Jews in the 40s once, honest to God.
I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like I'm on the set of Hostel.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like,
it was.
I'm waiting for that puppet from Saw to go by and be like, there's only one way out.
Yeah. It's time to play a little game.
Yeah.
Pay for your sins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that happened, and it sucked a lot. And then I got wheeled up to where my ward is, and then basically it was just an ongoing, like drip of like penicillin and morphine.
Yeah.
Every 2 hours they took blood tests, and they always injected me with other shit. And then I had to do that same. So when she's like, right, that's you're gonna be doing this again this afternoon.
Oh shit.
And twice tomorrow.
Yeah.
And knowing how shit that was. But she's like, it'll be a little bit more painful moving forward because I've already made incisions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, again, why do you call it anesthetic?
Yeah.
I felt everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like it's not, And I'm like, first of all, I was like, so everything's cool? Can I just ask the obvious question? She's like, what? Did you catch every drop?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, I want you to be replaced. Like, I want someone who's good with the gun.
Yeah.
Or if it's already fucking gone down the esophagus, let's just call a spade a spade. I'm fucked now. I don't want to go through this again 3 more times.
Yeah.
If you've already fucked it. And she's like, so far so good. I'm like, okay. And then that was that. And then the next day, twice again.
Oh man.
And so that was Tuesday night. And then it was basically, I did not sleep Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Because, and here's the thing, I very limited fucks given about myself.
Yeah.
My heart was bleeding for my especially Kiana.
Yeah.
Because she heard it not through me. They were there, we heard it all the news together.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, my dad's got an infection in his mouth to he could die.
Yeah.
That's pretty an abrupt change. And I was just lying there gutted for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, how far do I spread this net in terms of telling people, yourself and Morgan and how far do I tell? Because this is some serious shit. And there was a long night, and in the morning they came in more bloods and stuff, and then they said look, it's stabilized your blood levels. I'm like, oh fuck, thank God. It's not means you're in the clear yet, but it's a good sign. That means we're on top of things.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have to up all the drugs. They have to increase, right?
Yeah.
And the side effects from all of them. So the incredible fever,
yeah,
shivering to hot. So sometimes nurses will come in, and otherwise I'm just another patient, right? And I would have all the windows open during the night, and they'll come in. They're like, oh, it's freezing in here, and I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Just pouring in sweat like a fucking bricklayer in the fucking Sahara Desert, mate. I was just boiling in sweat.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's so cold in here. I'm like, a little bit of empathy.
Yeah.
It's hot for me. But then just like that, I'm freezing cold.
Yeah.
And that was part of it. And the body aches and just very, very blurred vision, blurrier than usual.
Than normal, yeah.
And not being and vertigo as well.
Yeah.
I couldn't just get up straight away and go to the bar. I had to slowly,
make your way,
because your blood pressures is so just volatile.
Yeah.
And so that was that, and then it slowly started coming right.
Yeah.
And then and I,
because I know at one stage I messaged your mum, And I'm like, how is he? She's like, he's on so many drugs he can't open his eyes.
Yeah.
Like you were that drugged up.
Yeah, but I was consciously aware what was going on.
Yeah.
But I couldn't like communicate. I couldn't function.
Yeah.
I could only hear what was going on. So I was just sort of notion like, you know.
Yeah.
And
hand gestures.
And it sucked, like, because my daughter was just so like petrified.
Oh, of course.
And I was like, you know, I'm like, I'll get through this, Dad. But like, yeah, she believes her dad, trusts her dad, but she heard the fucking words from the doctor herself. She's not a moron. Like, you know, like this is, you know, she was terrified.
Yeah.
And then I started, and then the head of the head of ENT surgery comes in, and he's like this Pakistani dude with like a navy blue suit with like chrome buttons. That's why the first thing I'm like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Do you shop at like the fucking Red Cross stores? I'm like, you look like it was oversized like sailor suit.
Yeah.
And he comes in, he's like, hello, and I'm just like, head of ENT, like, what do I owe the pleasure?
Yeah.
And long story short, he was like, I had to meet the guy who I believe is a medical anomaly. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I went to look at your file, and it's all online on the computer. I'm like, right. The average person has 30 to 60 pages. I'm like, right. I bring your name up, page 1 of 179. I'm like, yeah, it's a long read, dog. It's long. He's like, not just a long read, fascinating. You should not be here. You are a miracle person. You know, right? I'm like, yeah, I was there through all of it. Like, I know. He's like, if it's not your kidneys dying, you collapsing, heart attack, cardiac arrest, you get hit by train? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what the? And then what you got through this week is you're incredibly lucky. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, you don't seem to care too. I'm like, dude, like, it is like. I care.
The t-shirt.
I care, but like at the end of the day, like by the sounds of it, I'm kind of in the clear right now. So why I'm gonna be all boo-hoo? Like let's wrap this yarn up, and when can I go the fuck home?
Yeah.
And then like I and because they said like, and by then like the doctors were really cool, and they go, look, you're meant to be staying in for another 4 more days for monitoring.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you want to go home now. I'm like, day 7.
You're like, fuck yes.
Bruh, day 7, yes, I want to go home. And they said, look, they pretty much trusted me, like, you need to do all these things that we've been doing, all the tablets and yada yada, and like this, all the things I have had to do the last few days. I'm like, yeah. And they go, put it this way, if you don't, you're going to end up back up here anyway. But we trust that you'll... I'm like, I'm pretty sure I don't want to go through this rigmarole of getting, like, stabbed in the cheek. Fucking anesthetic. That's some crock of shit. It should be anesthetic. It should be like anesthetic, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and then I got out of it, and
here you are.
Here I am. Like I gained 9 kilos in that week.
Nice.
Obviously, like you said, it wasn't from the food.
No.
It was just the drugs, and my God, like the sledging I'm getting at home from Kiana, my daughter. Things like I'm wearing this white hoodie, right? And before I went to go leave. She's like, first she's like, say hi to everyone. Oh, yeah, probably won't, but yeah. And then she looked at me, she's like, Dad, that hoodie hasn't shrunk. I'm like, fuck you, man. And went to give her a hug, and when I hugged her, she's like, oh my God, Dad, I can barely get my arms around her. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, okay, I nearly died. She's like, you nearly did. But you didn't, and now you have to face facts that you have a big stomach right now. I'm like, this is why I'm leaving, because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't mean that. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, but like, it's kind of cool in a way that it sucks that as a kid she's gone through all these things, seeing her dad go through this shit.
Yeah.
But it's making her like
resilient.
Yeah, very resilient. The way she's handled it, you know, she's got that same attitude as me. Like, yeah, it was a close call, but why are we, we're here now. Like, why we can dwell on it and like, oh, that was close, but not like, oh, I nearly lost you. Like, she doesn't do that. So the fact that she's using humor as a way to, you know, like we do. It's quite cool, man. Like,
it's therapeutic humor.
But that's what hurt the most.
Yeah.
Was putting stunt. A different one, and different and uniquely scary. It was, it was brutal, dude.
Yeah.
And who the fuck gains 10 kilos off hospital food? Look at me. No. So
Yeah, it was probably a combination of not moving for 7 days, like eating hospital food and eating your mum's food.
Yeah, Mum brought in a lot of food.
Yeah.
And when I started getting better, like the back end of my stay there, I made friends with the security guards at A&E.
Yeah.
So Pizza Hut won't deliver to a ward.
No.
They deliver to reception, but reception's closed. And
Yeah.
usually security won't allow you got to have, like, but they're like, bro. By then, because I was always going down for cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, like, you know, and they all smoke.
Yeah.
And they're all brown. We all like the hip-hop rap music and whatnot.
Yeah.
And sports. And we just, I don't know, we gelled. And then they got to the point like, oh, just get them to drop it here.
Yeah.
And we'll get an orderly to bring it up to you. So I'm lying in my, like 4 floors up in the hospital in my bed, ordering Pizza Hut. And about 45 minutes later, it's on my lap.
No slices missing?
Yeah, good point. No, none.
Wow.
None.
That's respect.
That is respect. I didn't think of that. I would, and if it did happen, if a slice was missing, I'd be like, "Oh, you guys!" I'm like, "Yeah, fair play." No slice. I didn't even think of that.
Do you know you're the second person I know of this week who had pizza delivered to hospital?
Really?
Yeah, that's so odd.
Yeah, that's really unique.
Yeah. So, while you're in hospital, literally while you're in there, my dad had a heart attack.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Right now. The fuck? Why didn't you tell me this?
You had enough shit to do.
No, you should have told me.
Yeah.
Or at the very least told me, like, before we started recording, like,
yeah.
I don't know, we've been hanging out for an hour for the last hour or so. Like, oh, by the way, you dropped that on me now? Your dad had a fucking heart attack?
Not as big, not like...
A heart attack's a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, turns out he's got a heart condition. And had to go into hospital for it. And on the 8th of September was his birthday. So he got a pizza delivered.
Right.
And the reason I asked about the slice is he got all his slices.
Yeah.
But one of the sides did not show up.
It mysteriously disappeared.
So he's like, for my birthday, if I'm going to die, all I want is one more hot spicy pizza.
Right.
And a bottle of Coke. And the bottle of Coke never... And the delivery guy...
Oh, the fizzy drink's vital.
The delivery guy was like, oh, no. We dropped off the Coke. Because you never forget dropping off to the hospital. And it was there. So somewhere between the reception and him, the Coke went missing.
Do you know why? Do you know why you can't buy any non-sugar-free anything in the hospital? Like cafes, the vending machines, they're all Diet Cokes.
Oh, it would have been a Coke Zero.
Okay.
Or whatever, no sugar. But apparently... It went off.
If I was able to like function or open my mouth and or eat, I would have done the same thing. If I'm about to die, I want this to eat.
Yeah.
But it was more like celebratory.
Yeah.
But what the nurses found out quite quickly is the amount that I eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I completely I ate all the sandwiches in Ward 27 up in the hospital. I ate all the sandwiches in there. Apparently.
Yeah.
I had to get two. I was getting 2 meals.
Yeah.
And then they saw the amount of pizza because I was, they're like, "Did you eat 2 pizzas?"
Yeah.
By yourself? I'm like, "Well, yeah, I ate 2 pizzas."
Yeah.
And the fries and the fizzy to wash it down.
Yeah.
And they're just like, first of all, I mean, they're like, that you don't have like the whole cholesterol thing or the heart thing.
Yeah.
But still, it's not a good look.
No.
And I'm like, I nearly died, asshole. How was your week? How was your week? Oh, traffic? Oh, I nearly fucking died. Let me eat my pizza. I'm out in the clear now.
Sick? Oh, boo-hoo.
I feel like fucking Andy Dufresne after he gets like crawling through that pile of shit.
Yeah.
And then he's like stripping down and it's raining.
Yeah.
Just like, I feel like, rejoice. Let me have my cheesy crust.
Yeah.
But then I had it 3 nights in a row.
Oh, well, there's that.
No, yeah, but like, I'm in the clear now. And I get hungry. I get hungry a lot, and they don't feed you much up there, and the food is terrible.
What would be your death row meal?
Oh, good fucking question.
Like,
it's a hard one.
They're like, tomorrow's the day. What do you want?
Fuck. Like, I'm gonna have to say like a really like well done like lasagna.
Yeah.
I want a bomb ass lasagna, and that's a hard one to answer. Like, oh, like a good fucking wagyu like beef like burger and a brioche maybe with a side of fucking beer battered fries.
Do you know I don't like brioche buns for a burger?
Why not?
The bun's too flimsy.
No, toasted.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah, no,
You're more of a chewy sort of ciabatta guy.
Oh, hell
solid,
yeah.
Who's got a bit of like solid
yeah.
rigidness.
I love a bit of ciabatta, a bit of bap.
Yeah, Baps are the
I
shit.
love a bap.
Man.
I had a bap burger today.
Don't get like bread rolls. Get Baps.
Oh man,
I don't know
baps
what
are
the difference
amazing.
is, but they're more.
They're just soft,
moist, more moist,
delicious, and they got that stuff on top.
Is that a word? Moister? That's not a
They're
word.
moister.
Yeah, it's got that little like whatever the.
How
fuck
was
it
it?
is.
It was good. She was moister than most.
Yeah. That works. Yeah. Does it? I don't know.
I'm talking about a cake in the female form.
I thought you were talking about vagina.
No, disgusting.
I know.
How
Vaginas
dare
are
you.
disgusting. Like, you know what comes out of those things?
Thrush.
Dude, thrush doesn't come out of vagina. If thrush is literally like pouring out of your vagina, you have a problem. It's
Go to the doctors.
like you're a fucking parmesan fucking shaker right now. Like, what are you doing? Crop dusting all over my carpet? Like, yuck. Oh, yuck. Overload of thrush. You know you got bad thrush. Where there's this thrush discharge. Yuck. I was like, yeah, I was fucking this girl last night. I made a foghorn, first and foremost. And then I was playing away, and then she started like squirting everywhere. And it's like, oh, nice, man. Like, yeah, here's the thing though. Like, what? It was more of a paste.
It's like PVA.
It was like it was like wallpaper glue. And I so what'd you do? Did you like you finish? Like, what is it? What did you finish?
Yeah.
Did you zip up? I zipped up. Oh, yuck, overloader. Let's just get off the top of her vagina.
Let's. So you, as you get out of hospital, you take a few days to recover after that.
Yeah, I only just got out of bed like yesterday.
Yeah. Spend the day with your daughter, which is
100%.
beautiful.
Like it was over like we did like, a lot of like goal setting for now the end of the year.
Yeah,
in
nice.
terms of like is homeschooling really your thing, or should we really start looking at next year, make a plan for in 12 months time, you like a course that you like want to blah blah blah.
Oh, I see. Like
in terms of part-time work, what do you want to do? Like
nice.
with that, and redoing her room.
Yeah.
I dropped on her about the whole like her because her birthday is first week of October, and I happen to be going up there for a gig up there,
Auckland,
and I'm like, well, it makes sense that she comes with.
Yeah.
So but I also told her like, before we go up, I'm gonna get your hair treated and nails done and eyebrows threaded.
Yeah.
The last two of that list are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Her hair her hair treatment is like $300 and something.
Yeah.
So I went straight away. I'm like, which hairdresser does Afterpay?
Yeah.
Like, and I told it like, and my brother was like, why don't you keep it as a surprise? I'm like, yeah, but sometimes like, you know, she's been through hell with my health the last few months. She needs something to look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And so that's why I told her. Because I told her like, you know, yesterday. She's like, really? I'm like, you're gonna get your hair properly? She's like, at an actual salon. I'm like, Vivo. She's like, a Vivo hair?
Yeah.
No, Dad, that's straight away. She's like, that's too expensive.
Yeah.
And I lied to her. I just said I haven't paid for it yet. I'm like, I've already booked it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get your nails done. Before we go up to Auckland.
Yeah.
And she's like, flying up. I'm like, yeah, no, my days are gone of doing 10-hour bus trips.
Yeah.
Take the extra $120 and get me there in 50 minutes, please.
Oh, yeah, I reckon.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
and plus they do have to pay as well. They do. It's like, hell yeah. So she's like, so we fly, because she can't remember the last time she flew.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're quite little. So now it's become like an exciting like thing for her.
Yeah.
And she was kind of overwhelmed yesterday. She's like, what? And I'm like, oh, and by the way, getting your you know, like laptop like all done, like Chromebook, like, and let's get your room sorted. And she's kind of overwhelmed.
What do you mean with her room? Like, what do you need to do with that?
She wants to like just redo, you know, like.
Oh, just like move it around.
Yeah, because she's room hasn't really changed in like what, a couple of years, but she's 16 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So she just wants to, you know, not so kiddie like stuff, and I get it, but she wasn't really telling me because she was like, no, because it costs so much money. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I've been putting. It's not like, oh shit, your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh man, fuck, I gotta put something together. Like I've been planning this for a while. Like
Yeah.
like, and she was just. I'm like, you deserve it, babe. Like
Yeah, totally.
You've been through a lot, and you've held it together so fucking well, too well. Like acting beyond your years. Like you deserve a bit of like pampering and blah blah, and like go to Auckland and this and that, and and like the hair treatment and so that was me
so
yesterday,
sweet.
and that was cool.
Yeah,
because I hadn't really had a proper conversation about 12 days.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. That was yesterday.
Nice.
And then today, like, went to my brother's, like, to see, like, my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
And then that's when you come to pick me up from Caltex because I started walking 100 meters deep. I swear to God, people. I started walking 2 minutes in. My leg gave out, my knee, just because I'm just weak and fat. That's the only reason why. Because I've spent so much time laying on my back this last year.
Yeah.
And because I've gained so much weight recently, I think my leg just went into crisis mode.
Yeah.
My knee gave out, and that's when I messaged you. I'm like,
can you come get me?
Can you get me from Celtic? I'm just down the road, like, me. That's why I was like, oh my God, I'm fat and old. No strength. My knees are giving out.
Yeah.
Was I going for a run? No. We at the gym? No. I was walking along the footpath.
Yeah, slowly.
Oh man, was it like a 10K walk? Like, was it a Striders Club? No, I was about 100 meters into my.
Would you hit Jogger's Wall or something?
So it's like, no. Was it an uneven surface? Nope. Just fat and frail.
To be honest, when I got your, because when you sent me those messages, I was on the phone, so I had to wait till I got off the phone to get them. And then I was kind of expecting to pull up, and you're just eating a jester's pie.
I banged a Krenski.
Did you?
Yeah, because my knee hurt, so I went in Celtic
so
and I
went and got a Krenski.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll get some. I actually went to get water.
Protein will make this better.
And then I'm like, and some smokes. And
I didn't know they did Krenskis there.
And I'm like, when in Rome, I'll get it. I wasn't expecting. I'm not gonna go there and not get something to eat.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. But I was surprised there was a Krenski left at that time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's a sign I've got to get that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I've got to wash it down with chocolate, so I got a Mars bar as well. And the water ended up being a Sprite. And I banged the Sprite, and then I got the water.
Yeah.
I'm like, there we go. It's just,
I can't judge because honestly, this has been my diet this week. Like Monday for dinner, I ate a whole Domino's pepperoni pizza.
Ooh, they're $5 pickup at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So we said to the kids, like, on Monday night, it's day before payday, no more food in the house. No, there was food, but like...
I get it, day before payday.
Yeah, man, like, it was like, oh, we can have this, but we got nothing to go with it. Or,
right,
we can have that, but we got no, like, tomatoes to make it.
100% feel it.
So we're like, oh, fuck it, we got $30, let's just go get some
that's
pizzas.
6 pepperonis.
Well, turns out they were doing a special for lunch. Where if you get, those little pizzas, the individual,
yeah,
$5, right? And they came with a whole garlic bread.
No shit.
So, like for the kids, one of those little ones is actually enough, especially when you add a whole garlic bread on top of that, which they devoured.
A lot of carbs.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
amazing.
it's nice and filling and knocks them out.
So we got each of the 4 kids the little pizza with the whole garlic bread, but Brecken, I mean, he's not going to eat a whole garlic. In fact, he didn't even eat the pizza, to be honest. So me and Jen, we gave him 2 pieces of garlic bread, and then me and Jen split the rest. And then we each got a whole pizza, and we fucking.
Do you know how sad that in this day and
movies.
age it's so much cheaper to eat shit food than quality food?
Very sad. The next day for lunch, I had a meeting at 1 till 4, and I had another meeting at like
that's
11.
a long ass meeting.
It was training. So I wouldn't actually get a chance to go get lunch. So Jen's like, just go next door and get McDonald's. So I did. So I had my super burger.
If you insist, babe.
Yeah, $12.50 for lunch. I had my super Big Mac, which for those who don't know is like a Big Mac and a cheeseburger combined, and it's the best fucking thing you ever eat from McDonald's. And then today for
so you got a Big Mac and a cheeseburger, fries, and a drink for $12.
A little fries, a little drink.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. And then for lunch today, I had Wendy's.
Oh, gee, from Wendy's. Now when it I like me.
So because we had Gabby home sick, and Brecon. So we're like, let's just go to Wendy's for lunch.
Kids are sick, Wendy's.
Yeah. And so they got a $5 cheeseburger combo. Do you know, I didn't know this, but they actually do a $5 hamburger combo. And if you add 30 cents, you get a slice of cheese and it becomes a cheeseburger. And then if you add another 80 cents, you get a Frosty.
Huh.
So it's like $6 and you get
Cheeseburger and
cheeseburger,
a Frosty.
fries. And
Yeah.
the fries and shit, like Wendy's
Yeah.
is real generous with their Coke as well.
Mm.
I got...
They're the last place left that has the big gulp, like
Oh, my God.
those big.
I call it the bucket.
I call it diabetes in a drink.
Oh, it is
It's a
too.
diabetes drink, man.
So I got,
Big gulp.
what's it called? Quarter pounder double? Quarter
Stack.
I don't know. It's 2 patties and salad and cheese and shit. And that was fucking... I usually get a Baconator, but I wanted something different today.
It's the one with the. It's got mustard and ketchup in it, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I get. Oh fuck.
You get it with no onions, I'm guessing.
No, I get. Fuck it. I get 4 of those.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so good, man.
I must admit, I finished and I was like, I actually could go another.
They're nice, right?
Yeah.
It's a good fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you want to change from the Baconator, right? That's
the go-to.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's like the Baconator or that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like.
Because those mushroom melts can get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I feel you.
And Jen got a Baconator.
Yeah, nice. Like, you know, and. Oh.
And she upsized her to the bucket drink in there. Do you
And
know
those
what
chips are mean too.
Oh, the chips are amazing. Especially if you're eating in, you can have the dip.
How
The ketchup dipped.
Do you get the chili? Are you a chili kind of?
Normally, yes. Normally, I order a chili, a small one to
Did
go
it
with
feel
it.
weird when you sat down? You didn't have chili in front of you.
I regretted it when I finished because I was like, oh my... Because to be honest, I don't normally eat all the fries.
I
right?
eat it in ratio. If I've run out of burger, the fries. If there's fries left, oh well. I'm not gonna sit
Yeah.
there and eat the rest of the. I need the
They complement each other.
100%.
But
Just
if
like
I have
chili.
chili, I will dip the fries in the chili.
Yeah, you dip the fries.
And then I will put in 3 spicy sachets in that shit and crumble a packet of crackers into it.
Yeah, those little crackers.
Oh, man. And then it is the
Those little water.
business.
Yeah,
I
I
reckon-
use this for my. I use it for my dip my fries in, man. Like,
I've always wanted to go get that chili and have it on hot dogs.
on hot dogs.
Oh, I've always wanted... So it's a chili dog.
Oh, of course.
I've always
Chili
thought like,
dog.
oh my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah, Oh, Wendy's, motherfucker. Oh, you've So that's you're in a bit of a streak right now. Is
Yeah.
tomorrow going to be
No, tomorrow's going to be home lunch.
yeah consisting of
No, tomorrow's going to be home lunch because Jen bought really nice those Italian sticks from the supermarket
Italian stuff.
from Countdown, and they're like really soft. But she also bought roast beef from the deli
Oh, say no more.
with some chow and shit and tomatoes. And
I know you've
onions.
encouraged me to get fast food on the way home, and I probably will.
Let's have dinner here.
Oh yeah, oh,
No, you're
that's-
probably like, no, I'm going to do both.
No, I probably will do both. To be fair, like I don't know, like yeah, when I'm probably getting fed after this, and what are we having? What's
Hot
Jen
dogs.
making?
With real beef sausages.
Yeah, that's right.
Real thin beef sausages. Hey, before we're actually not far into this, but so last episode I talked about how I'm going to the doctors to up my dosage.
Oh yeah, fuck!
Yeah.
I feel that's my bad. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
know about this. Like,
So I
how did
went
that go?
went to the doctors and saw my GP, and he's put me on new medication, and he's like, this will take like a week.
Only a week.
Well, so it's not really a new medication; it's actually the same medication.
Right.
But he's like, so I was on something called citalopram.
Yeah.
Right. And he said this citalopram's really good for most people, but he's like, it's all with any medication ever, your
Yeah.
body can get used to it.
Yeah, it does.
So you do have to adjust.
That's why I was like, I just assumed they would up the doses because up until now, like, it seemed to have been working for you.
Yes, worked well.
So is it the same drug they gave you? Because
Yeah.
it sounds risky to just
yeah,
take
so
drug.
so he's like, the problem with citalopram is the side effects of citalopram, right? So he's like, the big one is it can make you sleepy and it can affect your blood pressure, and a few other things.
Yeah, all this whole list of things just to not be sad.
Well, the blood pressure, yeah, fuck, I reckon.
It's brutal.
Makes your face fall off.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you go
yeah.
bald.
Yeah,
and
you can't control your bowels.
Did you like fucking? Because you're not going to do that ever
Yeah,
again.
it's just like, but you'll still somehow be happy.
Yeah. But sleepiness and
you get cotton mouth too.
yeah, it dries your mouth out. But those are the most common. Like almost everyone gets it, right? So anyway, he's like, they have a new drug out called escitalopram or escitalopram, right? He's like, it's actually double the dosage, but it has less side effects. And so I literally said to him, I was like, apart from double the dosage, given this has got less side effects, why wasn't I on that?
Yeah.
Like last time I came saw you, why didn't you be like, oh, by the way, there's a new version of your drug, you can have it?
Yeah.
And he's just like, because the drug was working, so why would I change it? And I was like, that's a fucking good answer. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, and let me tell you something, worked a fucking treat.
Yeah, the fact that it only took a week to... Oh, that makes sense because it's like the same drug, basically.
Yeah, so he's like, you won't notice the difference for the first few days. He's like, but after a week, he said you should be feeling back to the way you were. And because, like, your body will build up more.
What, more like what, serotonin?
I don't know, more. That's all he said. Of the drug.
Because is that what it really boils down to? Is the lack of serotonin, like which is that feel good feeling
Feel
chemical?
good.
I have good feelings in a tablet that makes me shit myself.
I don't know what it is. I never asked.
Because I've really been seriously, like, because it's been quite a few years now, like, but again, like, pardon me for being really cautious and wary about diving into, like willingly taking more tablets.
Oh, I can totally imagine.
Tablets have ruined, like, not ruined my life, but it's drastically...
It's affected you big.
In a big way, like, and going through the ringer of trial and error of different medications.
Yeah.
Even though it was quite a few years ago, like, it was enough to be like, nah, fuck, like, willpower and this and that. Like, but I feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I look at the last 12 months for me personally, like, there's definitely been a lot of growth and a lot of...
Oh, for sure.
But I kind of need, like, to get to the end of that, I need something to get me there. I feel like... And what worries me is, it's been giving me a bit of anxiety lately, is to get this far and then to crumble because because of past, like, discrepancies from doctors, like being misdiagnosed, being given different tablets, and then because it's those people, that the people from years and years ago that didn't look after me properly, the on-flow effect from is what I'm going through today. Yeah, but that's not, there's got to be someone who can help me bridge that gap. Like,
totally, yeah.
And I feel like, and you just said it now, there's like all these new super drugs now with with the strength with less side effects. I'm like, okay, like I want to, it just sucks because and even though having this trouble up at the hospital with me, like, it's such a cocktail of stuff I already take. They have to be really fucking careful. Yeah. And that's why one of the drugs I've been taking for 10 years now, that's why they quadrupled the dose. And the reason why they did it is because it has to balance out with this other drug. Otherwise, your body will fuck out. Yeah. It's a really, like...
It's a set of scales, isn't it?
It's a really delicate kind of mix. But I'm willing to go through all that because... by the way you reacted to, like, it worked a fucking treat. Oh yeah, you might as well, like, yeah, baby, I feel like I want that. That looks great on you. Like, I want that feeling. That's cool.
Well, I know it's worked because, like, the last few days of, like, work, for example,
you can handle it better, or
and
you weren't walking around with the anxiety pills in your pocket like you were in the end.
No. In fact, we, me and the GP had a talk about those pills. Like, we were talking about them. And he's like, do you use them? And I was like, because I was telling him, like, my depression's getting worse and all that sort of thing. And he was like, well, do you use those other ones? And I said, well, no, I try not to because they leave me feeling real goofy. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, because one of the problem with some of those tablets is, like, they kill all feeling. Not well, just the bad, but the good. Like, you just kind of, like, become like this, like, you're drifting. Like,
yeah. Well, this one's the one they give to, like, schizophrenics to calm them down.
Oh, dude, like, oh god, like,
So-
just throw the drugs at you, like.
But like on a really like scaled down, same drug, but like 1/10 of what they get. Do you know what I mean? Like they get massive doses. So it kind of just knocks you out, to be honest. Like, and he actually gave it to me. He's like, I'll give you this, because I said to him originally, like, part of my problem is I can't sleep at night because I have high anxiety and depression, and so I sit up at night
Yeah.
with anxiety, and it fucking makes me more depressed. You know
and
what I
then
mean?
the fatigue
And then I'm
lack of
fatigued
sleep
and
makes you even.
It's
yeah.
a cycle. And he's like,
I think I know a thing or two about that one.
oh, I think you've heard of
it's
this.
a fucking shit Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It'd be one thing if at the end of it you came. Do you know what I mean? You're like,
At least you something out of it. You're like,
I know something good.
but you
like,
you
I got-
ejaculated
but I
like
got an
bang on
orgasm.
6 a.m. after not sleeping all night. You're like 3 more hours of ejaculation.
Yeah. I can't wait. You set an alarm for 2.5 hours just so you don't miss it. You know, but like, he was like, well, those pills are really for to make you sleep. He's like, that's what they're for. He's like, they're not actually for everyday usage. He's like, they're for nighttime to make you go to sleep. And I was like, oh fuck. He's like, why were you taking them during the day? I was like, yeah, if I felt it.
He's like, oh.
So he's like, yeah, don't do that anymore.
Like, okay.
But he didn't renew the script for those.
Right.
Because he's like, you should. He's like, they're only for anxiety. He's like, those will do nothing for depression.
Mm.
I mean, they'll make you feel goofy.
In
and
other
funny
words,
and
he was confident that this shit he was giving you is going
was
to
gonna
work. And it did
Yeah.
within the week. With like,
oh, the last 2 days.
oh, dude,
So it's actually probably been a bit more than a week, but
that's cool.
because I think I saw him on the 2nd.
That's
so I
like
started
a
taking them on the 3rd.
that's a feel good story with a good ending. Like
It is, yeah.
you've come out like because it got bad for you, and then on top of that, you witnessed firsthand how shit like the medical system can be,
Yeah.
and like lack of communication between different departments, and this next thing
yeah.
you know, and you're going through the ringer,
Yeah.
and now like you actually it's you know what sucks is you're kind of like in the minority where you got a solution, it's worked for you, and
Yeah.
boom, like off I go, like I'm good now.
So
Like, that's cool, bro.
it might not be the end of the story. So the one thing he did say was like, because he's like, you've been on the original for a couple of years, and I was like, yeah. He's like, there is a small chance this won't work. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just the citalopram itself doesn't work for you anymore, which thankfully is not the case. He's like, but if it doesn't work, we have to change it. He's like, he did say either way, like you do have to think of. He's like, we can't just medicate you. Like you got to do more than medication. Like there's other things you need to do
You're
to
like, well, you
address.
whip out your phone. And like, have you heard of our podcast? Before?
Yeah. Funnily enough, I did say, well, I do talk to someone about it. I didn't say like my mate.
Yeah, I just talked to the bro.
I just talked to the cuz and
But yeah, that's pretty much what it is, right? Because that's what this whole thing was all about. Like,
well, my thinking behind that is like, okay, if I wanted a prescription, I go to a professional. But if I just want to talk to someone, why does that have to be? Because the thing is, for me, my thing is not I want advice, which is where you go to a counselor.
yeah. Don't try and fucking fix. You can't.
I just want to vent.
Yeah, with someone that gets it.
Yeah.
Perhaps like the cool thing is though is
Sorry,
that's
you
actually
keep
quite-
talking. I have to get up and do something very quickly.
It's quite rare for a doctor to actually like be to outside the realms of the medical book and throwing tablets at people. He literally was like,
He's a good doctor, though.
he does sound like a good doctor. And the thing is like I said, you got lucky. You didn't have to go trial and error with different, because I've been through that. Like, it's a blessing, dude. You count yourself fucking lucky. Like, oh, by the way, you wear that Jurassic Park t-shirt, right? Because it's your favorite movie. You know, when I was house sitting for you, it was quite a long time ago now, and like I realized I didn't like have extra socks, right? So I'm like, all right, well, fuck. I would never. I honestly, like, I can be a cunt at the best of time, but to me, this is not funny. This is not funny. Like, you could come in any other t-shirt you want. Like, what? But, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I get it. But my Jurassic Park t-shirt, I'm like, wait, back up. You don't mind me jizzing into your t-shirts? That's like when Adam said it was like, I eat piece of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No. Like, but like, so I went into your guys' room, and then immediately I'm like, okay, now I don't want to be going through like I'm sure Jen wouldn't either, going through like the socks and undies drawer of her, like
Our delicates.
so. But then there's drawers here, right? And I don't want to trial and error and get the wrong one. And then I'm like, oh, they're not those weird couple where they have a joint like socks and drawers. Because then my
Joint
feet are just
knicker
gonna
drawer.
be cold. I'm not gonna do it. Like I could not. And then like I just like dumb fuck like got it lucky. Like I'm like, well, clearly this is like men's like socks and undies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. I was just like black socks. Blah blah. Blah. Went into the lounge and then like put the socks on, and immediately.
Oh, you stole my fucking Jurassic Park socks, asshole. I was looking for those just the other day. Do you know what sucks about them? Do you know what actually really sucks about that more?
That I had them until I put them on today. And I'm like, I just saw the black socks in my drawer.
Oh, I think it
And
was
I'm
a
like,
birthday
oh,
present.
sweet. Like, I put these, whatever, put them on. And when I realized they were like your socks, I cracked it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I was meant to like wash them and put them back.
Because...
Oh, and he loves these socks. Oh, wait, are these like, because they're Jurassic Park socks, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
are these like really, have I...
And they weren't cheap.
Like,
They're good quality sock, those ones.
I was like, oh, this could be bad. Like in terms of like they could be limited edition. Like they could never been. But like, why would they be mixed with the other socks? I'm like, I'm sure it'd be cool. I'm sure it'd be cool.
So
But
those socks, funnily enough, I got it. Jean got them for me, and she got me a bunch of socks on the same day
Yeah.
because I needed new socks. So she came home. She's like, "I got you socks." And I was like, "Okay." And then she showed me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" She got me those. She got me She got me those David Bowie socks.
David Bowie socks.
Yeah, they just say Bowie.
Okay. Because I can tell you now.
But she also she got me the ones I'm wearing,
Hmm.
which are Seinfeld socks.
You got Seinfeld socks?
Yeah. So they. But do you know what's funny about that? Is up until literally today, you could have picked out a brand new pair of socks, because this morning, even though I got these socks months ago, I only wore these Seinfeld socks for the first time today.
Really?
They were still literally brand new,
Look.
and with the cardboard on them.
Oh wow.
So instead of getting my
I wouldn't
used
have-
socks, you actually could have worn brand new socks.
I would. I see. Even then, I wouldn't have done that. I was just like, I just saw a black pair of socks.
Yeah.
I'm like, sweet, and I didn't think anything of it. And then when I was in the lounge in your living room,
Yeah.
and I put them on, and I saw the strap, and I sort of like laughed, and then I just must have forgotten about them until
That's
this
so
morning
funny.
when I was like putting the black socks, sweet, like brothers come to pick me up,
Yeah.
cool. And then when I put them on, and I realized they were your Jurassic Park socks,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's right.
Eh,
I wonder if he knew they were missing. He must have known they were missing. Like,
I didn't until funnily enough, a couple days ago, I had cold feet, same as you. And I was like, oh, I might go get a pair of socks on. And those ones are quite thick.
yeah, these are awesome socks.
So I was actually looking, I was like, oh, I'll put on my Jurassic Park ones. And I was looking for them, and I couldn't fucking find them. And then I because the David Bowie one's the exact same material.
You're right.
So I'm like, oh, I'll just wear my Bowies.
But they're just not the same.
Yeah.
Because it's got the yellow logo. They're cool socks, man. And
They
they're
are cool
good
socks,
socks. And like, because, when I wore them, I was just wash them and put them. I wasn't going to hide it from you. I'm like, oh, dude, like,
Oh, yeah. I borrowed some socks, no biggie.
But then I've got so many pairs of black socks and we got lost in the shuffle, I guess.
That's so funny.
And it's funny how it was this morning, and how I'm like literally like getting ready to come over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder if he was looking for them. He must have.
Yeah.
Surely. Oh, that's funny. You know what? I could have been like, oh, and not put them on and put other black socks on and given you the socks back when I think about it.
Yeah. But you still didn't.
I didn't think it didn't cross my mind. I was just like, haha, socks. I didn't think, oh, well, they're clean now. I'll give them back.
Yeah.
I put them on and
Yeah.
and here they are right in front of you. Check them out.
There you go. That's
Poppin'.
awesome.
The yellow logo.
Hey, before I forget as well, I've even to say, I listened to you on another podcast.
You listened to me on another podcast.
Yeah, and I wanted
This
to give
podcast
the podcast.
slut.
I wanted to give the podcast to our threes of listeners, to our tens of listeners,
Full of thousands in attendance. Oh, wait.
and I really enjoyed the podcast. So it was called. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to look it up. All I remember was Charity Drive, Ringside Charity Drive.
Nearly.
I want to say.
Morgan's shaking his head right now. He's like,
I know.
"That
He's like,
motherfucker."
ugh, sort the shit out. He's yelling. He's yelling at me on his phone.
Yeah, but he's listening to it in the car right now. And
Yeah.
He's at the red lights, and then if you're at the car next to him, you just see like a guy like frantically waving his arms like, it's ring awareness, motherfucker.
Ring awareness. Yeah, it is. Ring awareness charity drive.
Yeah.
There's 2 episodes out. And one of them is with our friend Justin Nye.
Yeah, which is I loved the episode, by the way, before we had with Justin. Like, it was a good yarn.
You know, with Justin's usually.
But yeah, so you did you listen to the? Yeah,
listen to it. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Tommy Whitehouse.
Ring awareness with Morgan Hunter Bell hosting a podcast. A wrestling geek talking to a person who doesn't know anything about wrestling and getting their point of view.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite funny what Tommy came up with. Like, it
was pretty funny. That bit about watching the Sting and The Rock was just comedy gold.
Yeah.
It was real good.
Yeah, so
yeah, shout out to that. If you're listening to this and you like wrestling, or even if you don't, give it a blast because it's
Now, spoiler alert: wrestling is rumored to be fake.
I've heard.
I mean, I don't know. When I have beef with a dude, I put on fucking Speedos.
Yeah.
And I start rolling around on a mat too.
Oh,
you know,
a hundy. Yeah.
So it's pretty much it's real to me.
It's like the other day at work, I drop kicked someone just because.
Yeah.
You know, that was realistic.
Yeah, because that doesn't take any sort of athletic ability. A drop kick?
Yeah.
Can you imagine a street fighter motherfucker like leads into a drop kick and just falls on his face? That's like a failed crowd surf kind of thing. He just face plants on the ground. Yeah. Like this.
You should have seen me too. I got right up to his shin.
Really?
Oh, that was a hell of a jump for me. Well, elephants can't jump, so that was impressive.
Elephants cannot jump. You guys also have amazing memories.
Yeah, that I don't have.
No, we don't. It's probably all the drugs I take. And none of them are the good ones.
Yeah.
The quote unquote, the good ones.
The good drugs.
They're the ones that make you gain 10 kilos in a week.
That's not so bad.
Look at this motherfucker.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I could not. Oh, I give 2.5 shits. I give 2.5 shits with 2.5 wipes with 2.5 ply toilet paper.
Do you want to know something that really surprised me today? I couldn't believe it.
What's that?
Is that KFC's still doing hot and spicy chicken?
Just make it a regular motherfucker.
Did you hear about
that's what Tower Burger was a perfect example. It was meant to be just an on again, off again, and now it became a part of the menu, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just cut the chase. Like, hot and spicy?
Because you're already doing Wicked Wings and Zinger Burgers with the hot and spicy patties, so what's a little bit more? But, hey, do you want to know, I don't know if you know this, did you know an American chicken chain is coming to New Zealand? In fact, they're already here in Auckland. Texas chicken.
They've been here forever.
No, apparently it's new.
No, Texas chicken gave me food poisoning when my nan died in 2015. And it's been there longer than that in the Mannix food court, Texas chicken. And on top of that, I was one of the people that signed the contract with Streets Ice Cream to that because they sell Magnums now as part of their like combos. Like I was one of the 5 people that at the meeting that signed the
that's all right.
Texas has been there forever, man. In the Manukau food court. And yeah,
right.
you don't forget food poisoning. And that was when my nan died. So double down on the pain.
Despite your bad experience.
But no, they're awesome. Like
I want to give it a go because they do hot spicy chicken all year round.
And I can't really put the blame on them. I had 3 different like cuisines.
Oh well, come on.
There was sweet and sour pork. Like, you know, it was a little bit of a banquet in the middle of the table and I was just going for gold.
Yeah.
I had Texas chicken personally, so I just put the blame on them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But good though. Fucking it's bloody good potato and gravy too.
Yeah. So when we go to Auckland in October, I've said I want to go get some Texas
we're all going to Auckland in October.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, we're gonna get even fatter.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Can't fucking wait to get fatter.
There's very few things I want.
Yeah, what's on your
my to-do list?
Yeah, because we're seasoned Auckland eaters, right?
Yeah.
So what's in your top 3? I want to hear your...
So Jen wants to go to Valentine's. I'm not a big Valentine's person. But
I think she wants to go for more the experience because it's Valentine's.
No, she likes the food.
Okay.
She likes all the seafood.
Okay. But it is all you can eat.
And the kids like it too.
You're still winning on this.
Yeah, I'll eat.
Yeah, like
well, I'm not going to go there and be like, I'll just have a salad.
Like, yeah. Is that all the meats? All the proteins. Ugh.
That's essentially what I'm going to
And I can eat as much as I want. Oh my God, that sounds horrible. Like, poor you. That's the North Shore Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, that's the one we're going to. Yeah.
Not Mannix.
So I want to go there. I want to go to... Clendon Bakery as a must.
anyone who's listening, like, oh, that sounds
Got
like a
to go
very
to
flash
Clinton
establishment. Like, no, like it's a ghetto bakery, but if you
The
grew
best.
up on it, yeah, like don't even.
Those who know
Don't
definitely
talk.
are sitting there going, fuck yes.
Yeah,
The rest of you are going, what? And I'm going, you don't know.
I
don't know.
I was pretty much I was raised in Clinton,
Oh, yeah.
and we were the last South Auckland suburb to get a Macca's.
Yeah.
And it was proven right that you shouldn't have put it there because
Yeah.
the week they put it there, it got ram raided before there was a thing called ram raiding
Yeah.
and got burgled.
Yeah.
They took the money and the patties, man.
Quick,
Like-
man, get the hamburgers.
Clinton Bakery.
Clinton Bakery is a must.
Yeah.
Mexicali Fresh, I want to head up.
No, yes.
Um,
I'm so excited about Mexicali Fresh.
if
Just Taco Tuesday.
there's a few places on the North Shore I want to go to,
Oh, dude.
like just our local eateries.
There's so much food over there.
Yeah, Glenfield
things that-
Takeaways was my jam.
Yeah, because that's where I stayed with my mate Millie when I was in Auckland.
Yeah.
There's two things that North Shore have a lot of. A lot of food places.
Yeah.
Massive variety everywhere.
And
And
white
a lot of
people.
dogs.
Oh, right.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess there's going to be someone who walks the dogs, and it's like white
And eats the
people,
food.
white people in Kathmandu jackets,
Yeah.
dogs everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone has a dog.
Yeah.
But it was actually quite a. I was like, this is how the other half live. It was literally like the other side of the tracks because even though Auckland's my home away from home, I've been over the bridge like never really. Like, what's over there, Father? You must never go there. A lot of white people. I don't think you have a high enough credit score to get over that bridge, man. Mexicali Fresh, North Shore shit.
There's actually a few places that I looked up. I was like, oh, I want to go back here, and they're closed.
Ooh.
So I'm just like,
And then the night market.
I would like to go to the night markets if possible, but
That's all my daughter wants to do is go to the. That's why we're going up on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah, and because the first time I took her to a night market because she's like a fiend for fucking dumplings, right? And she couldn't get over it. She's like 20 dumplings for $5, Dad.
You're like, get me $20 worth.
Yeah, I was like, $20 worth, babe. She's like, yeah, that's 80 dumplings. Watch me eat it all, and she probably would actually.
But are they thick, juicy dumplings, or are they little thin?
No. The thick, either like steamed or
fried?
So we got so it was
Go get
basically
those fried ones.
yeah, the fried, but we also got like steamed just to
shake it up.
Yeah, just to shake it up, and then
Yeah.
you walk around with that, and then next thing you know, you're having Korean barbecue, and then it's such a time to be had.
I'll tell you the other thing I want to do while I'm up there is
I'm not wearing anything that needs a belt or stretchy pants.
nothing but sweatpants. As I want to look up, there's a paella company that does paella at festivals and shit.
Mm.
And I just want to find out if they're doing anything while I'm up there so I can go get some of their paella. Because it is, like, I love paella.
Yeah, hard.
And I make it. But they just, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's something else.
Because when you go, whereabouts are you going to be staying?
North Shore.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
We may do a night in South Auckland.
Yeah, maybe advise against walking the streets if you're going to do a night in South Auckland.
Oh, no. When I say we do a night in South Auckland, we actually mean in the Hunua Ranges with my family on private land.
That's like, yeah, I'm from South Auckland. Flatbush.
Actually, fuck, there's two places in Papakura I really want to go to.
Perhaps.
But I'm really worried because that was my stomping ground, was Papakura, right? I think one of them might not be around anymore because I had my friend up the other night. She came up for Drag Fest, and I was like, she lives in Tekene. I was like, do you go to 2J's in Papakura? And she's like, I've never heard of it. I was like, it's opposite Stampede. She goes, I don't think it's there anymore. And I was like, I almost cried. I almost cried because that was the best kebabs I've ever had in my life have come from Papakura at 2J's. And it's one of those things where, again, if you're a local and you know, you fucking know. Like when we were drinking, we used to go get two, and one was for the morning after.
Yeah.
So you'll put one in the fridge,
So
you'll devour one. You'd always get a spicy one and a not spicy one. And when you're drunk, you would eat the spicy one.
Because you don't feel it.
Yeah.
And sweat out the fucking
Sweat out the booze, yeah. And then the not spicy one would go into the fridge, and in the morning you'd put the oven on to like 180, chuck it in the oven for 20 minutes, and it'll be just as good.
Been saying that.
And
the
everything's
spicy food
marinated
will haunt
overnight.
you the next day with the booze.
Man, Yeah.
But you worry about that later.
Your ring piece is just shot to death.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, but it was a good kebab though. Oh,
Yeah, and I got another one in the fridge.
It was worth it. Oh, with extra cheese.
Why
can't
am
wait.
pissing out my ass?
I can't wait to fucking just ball out on food.
Oh,
I just spoil my fucking daughter rotten.
It's kind of a shame. I really kind of want us to both be there at the same time.
Yeah, like, but then no one will be able to look after your house.
Yeah, I know.
If you had someone to look
dogs.
after your house, then we could easily, because we'll be both in North Shore.
I know.
If
That would be
anything,
amazing.
we should both perform at the classic.
Maybe we need to sort this out. Who can I get to house sit? Fuck.
Yeah.
Mate's
If you
looking
can
for-
find like a suitor, then it'll easily like line up,
How about this? How about if we can't do it?
and we both fucking perform at the classic.
How-
Oh my!
How about if we
fucking
can't?
God.
If we can't get it to work this time, right?
Mm.
Sometime in, I don't know.
How often would you and I be going to Auckland at the same time?
No.
It's
What
now
I'm
or
saying
never.
is, if we can't do it this time, what we should just do is organise a trip up with a few people to go do a show.
Hmm.
Like you, me, Morgs, and
Oh my God! Yeah.
someone,
We
and
should-
and fucking
oh.
road trip it.
Yeah. By road tripping, I'll meet you guys there. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
fly
no,
out.
no, fuck no. We road trip it and stop halfway to do a gig.
Do gigs on the way up,
Yeah, so we stop at like Taupo.
and that'll
For the
that'll
night.
fund our trip.
Yeah, do the gig, go up to Auckland for the night, do a gig up there, spend a few days up there eating, and come home.
Just and roll our fat asses back home. Like,
Although, if we're going to do that, though, we should do it to Rotorua because now there's a food town.
Huh?
A food town.
supermarket.
No, like a town full of food.
Oh, I
A
thought you meant
food
the old
town.
supermarket
No.
food town.
Oh, but now I know why they called it that.
Oh, there's more.
There's a place in Rotorua called, I don't know if I told you this, called the Fainting Goat.
The fainting
I've never eaten so good.
goat. It
Yeah.
sounds like a high end barbecue place kind of thing. I don't know.
No.
Not even close.
It's a cafe, but you got to book to get in because that's how good
You
it
got
is.
a book for a cafe.
We went for lunch and we had
It
to
sounds
book.
like a $20 panini type of joint.
No, my friend. They do this $80 meat platter. It's meant to be for 6 people, but honest to God, I could have polished
Tell me
it
what's on this. Tell me what's on this meat platter.
everything.
Is it just sliced meat and dips? What?
So you get, firstly, you know those oak barrels, like the big oak barrels?
Yeah.
It's literally like 1/8 of one of those. So it's actually, it curves like a rainbow. It's huge.
It's a meat rainbow.
Yeah. So we had, now if hopefully I can remember it,
Bruh.
definitely there was ribs, there were chicken wings,
Better be ribs.
meatballs, brisket, wedges, salad. There were dips.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to remember. There was other meat as
Take
well.
My
Smoked.
money.
The brisket was smoked and sliced, not pulled as well.
Take my money. Take extra.
Yeah.
Because
I got a feeling there was a pork, but I can't remember if it was pulled pork.
now,
or
do
just
you
pork.
do you feel like you and I alone could smash that back?
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. They do a seafood one as well.
And it's I love that whole like when you get like say like stuff from the supermarket and it's like served 6 to 8.
Yeah, you're
And
like,
me and Ken are like
"Bullshit."
laughing like what? We're still hungry like
Yeah.
so it's meant to serve 6 this $80 platter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put it this
okay.
way, like I work with a dude named Craig, and he's a big meat eater. He's Italian, and
Is that right?
he and I could have
That's a
polished
s-
one each. We reckon,
Oh yeah.
but at $80 each, we didn't want to. So
Actually, is there places around New Zealand that do like the whole man versus food, like those food challenges? Is that
Yeah.
a thing in New Zealand?
yeah, apparently there is. I don't know where.
I'd like to. Like,
Oh
Mm.
yeah, I'd love to. I've always
Good
wanted to
one,
do the thing where you go and I still think we should do a chicken nugget challenge.
what's a chicken nugget challenge?
We just order like 40 nuggets each and just smash them.
Yeah.
It's not so much a
It
challenge.
doesn't really
it's
sound like
just-
a challenge. It sounds like a good night.
yeah, it's just something to do.
Like, oh man, that's a hell of a challenge. No, not a challenge. It sounds like the opposite of a challenge.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I really want to challenge that's like fuck.
What?
A steak one, do you know what I mean? Like
Ah,
my problem is I'll get halfway through and be like, I don't want steak anymore.
yeah, because like the thing,
It's gotta be variety, eh?
people need to. They sleep on the fact that you need sides.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have more. Like you're gonna have fried on top of the. Say it's a pizza eating challenge. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
You need
you
to
just,
break up the meal.
Yeah, that's how I just don't judge how I eat. You should, because I eat like a fucking maniac.
Yeah. Anything involving good bread, I would conquer. I love bread.
Toasted ciabatta or toasted Turkish bread
Oh, yum.
with some scrambled eggs.
Bread is my jam, mate. Oh, fucking eggs are my jam too.
Yeah, on a good bread though, eh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
You have
Do
your
you know what I
broke
got?
weeks. You have those broke weeks. We have those dollar, like those real cheap, like loaves
Yeah.
sometimes, and the difference.
Oh man, you just don't want it.
You fucked up my eggs, bread.
Do you know what I had today for breakfast? Was I had 2 English muffins.
Oh, how are they awesome all the time?
Do you know what?
English
I
muffins
said
are
I
great.
messaged Jen because I had one. I cooked one and I had it. It was a cheese English muffin and I had it with peanut butter. Because peanut butter on a cheese English
I
muffin
know.
is the fucking jam.
I
Right?
know. I've been doing that since I was a kid.
And then I
Yeah.
had one with lots of butter and jam. And then I messaged Jen and I said, "Do you know what my problem is with English muffin?" She's like, "What?" I said, "I have a love-hate relationship. I fucking love them. I hate how small they are. Why can't they make big English muffins?
Yeah.
Like toast-size English muffins.
Or plate size.
Oh my god, that are just like, because then you can also imagine eggs Benny on a massive English muffin with like 4 eggs on each one.
Take my money.
Oh my god,
Take my money.
that would be the jam.
We don't open until 10 o'clock. I know. I'm just really excited. I'll stand outside.
Yeah,
It's 9:15 in the morning.
yeah.
We're not open another 45 minutes. I'm just really. I
I'm
just want to
ready.
get the smells.
Can I put my order in now?
Yeah,
I know what I want.
I just want to walk in when you open, but walk straight to my meal.
Yeah,
Not walk in and do the whole. Would you like coffee or like? What do you want? No, I can. Is that a thing?
yeah.
That we'll have to like fire up all the burners and we have to get the chef to get in
Yeah.
and come a bit early. But oh, thank you. That'll be.
If you want a good breakfast, if you split, like if you have the money,
I'm hungry now.
yeah, we'll go in and eat in a minute. If you have the money, go stay at the St. James in Wellington, right? Because they do a buffet breakfast
Had me
with
a buffet breakfast.
with a dude who cooks your eggs fresh the way you want them.
Yep.
So he's like, "How would you like your eggs?" And you're like, "How can you do it?" He's like, "Omelette." They have boiled eggs
It's
already
like-
ready.
Omelette, a scrambled. Yeah, you picture him.
Yeah, fried. Yeah, you can do the rest. Fried or poached, and he'll do whatever you want, any way
Yeah.
you want them. And it's
That's
just like,
one
oh my
another thing I
God.
kind of miss about the whole corporate world is like those the flash hotels you stay at, like
Yeah.
where it's like all of this is all you can eat.
Yeah.
All of this, I could just have any.
They do a good dinner buffet too.
Oh,
It's epic.
because the one at Sky, is it Sky City?
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, the one I remember it's $49 buffet, like, and obviously like I'm not paying for all of this. Like
yeah,
it's like wait work pays for this, right? Before we
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't want
this is
to
on
like get two
chargeback.
plates in and be like, oh, I'm paying for the, and then it's the whole awkward. I don't really have the. Don't
Yeah,
make the student tie for you. I'm not that rich at
Yeah.
all. Like work pays for everything, but yeah, it was. But they had like lunch, like foods,
yeah,
like they had different. It was like a little food court in there,
yeah,
and it's like all you can eat. But that's when everyone's like, oh well, I guess we'll sort of just hang out or outside a bit until. The next meeting, and then they look at me, and I'm pretty much
It's just like on
they
your
start
month, mate.
leaving. I'm still eating.
yeah. See you guys.
No, I'm just like, well, I guess I'm finished. Like,
See, this is why I want to go on a cruise
why is that?
because, like P&O, for example, which aren't the best, but they have this thing where it's like a food court. It's open all day, and you can just go whenever you want to get food. And they have like 8 different nationalities, sort of thing. Like they have a Mexican place, an Indian place, and so on.
Yeah, look at those people outside bathing in the sunshine like morons.
Oh, I just
do they
wouldn't
not
live in the
know
room.
that there's free food in here?
I would just sleep in there.
You know,
Well,
you have
good night, everyone.
You know you have.
So you paid $2,000 for your cabin. You don't want to use
You
it?
have the
Nope.
sea view balcony cabin view room with the 1,000 count sheet up there. Yeah, but it's like all the way.
Wait, we're at sea? Sir, we've been at sea for 3 days. I haven't looked outside for 3 days.
Oh, I just thought this. I don't know. This food court was.
I thought that was just a high def screen.
I was just like, just okay. I thought I was getting delirious with all the MSG that I'm plowing down all this Korean food. Okay, we're gonna get fat in Auckland. I like that idea. Let's
Oh, do a
Is
road
there a
trip.
possibility where if you found? Because look, put it this way: if you guys can find a house sitter,
Yeah.
while you guys go away in October,
Yeah,
then
We'll
we
do
could both perform at the Classic, dude.
yeah.
Do you know how fucking amazing that'll be?
I really want to hit up the Classic and be like, can I MC that night?
Because
imagine?
what's the name of the guy?
Scott.
Do you know him quite well?
I know of
Well
him.
enough,
I
like-
know of him very well.
He'll know me as the guy that nearly died.
Yeah.
Like
He may remember me. It's been a long time since I did a gig there.
Well, find out about the house sort of thing, because then
Yeah. We'll go inside and sort it.
yeah, man. Like, so one of the big takeaways I've gotten from catching up with you like in the last few hours is one, dad of your heart attack. How is he?
Oh, he's fine. He's home now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it turns out what he's got is no blockage. His heart. So you know how hearts work. Like one chamber goes in, one chamber pushes out. Right. The pushing out chamber's fine. It's the coming in chamber's not working right.
Oh, okay.
It's firing at the wrong time. Yeah. So it's causing.
People
shit.
don't realize how much like kinetic like energy is with your heart.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on down there.
Yeah. So they got him on beta blockers to try and.
Okay.
And apparently he started taking them like today. He's already starting to make a difference. So.
Yeah. Okay. So he's all good.
He's all good. Yeah.
Okay. So you're good with the new medication. But it sounds of it and looks
so
of it
far
and
so
sounds of
good.
it.
Like yeah.
So that's tick of the box, and like I'm out of hospital and
you're alive.
And away we go. So
yeah,
that's a positive fucking. That's awesome.
So before you jump, seek medical assistance.
Before you jump, seek medical assistance.
Go to Auckland and eat some shit, man.
Yeah, and then when Grim Reaper's knocking at your door, tell him to fuck off and just overload on food. And get diabetes and high cholesterol instead.
Hey, I tell you something else we should do.
Utilize your voucher, Sue. What's it?
I tell you something else we should do that I did with Nathan a year or two ago that we so fucking got to do. Me and Nathan once and Emily I went down there. We all met down there and we did a pizza crawl.
Oh yeah,
8 pizzerias.
First of all, that says a lot about the city that you're in. Kudos, tip of the cap.
Yeah.
Different varieties of pizza.
Oh,
that's
and
a
there's
good thing.
one place there that is my favourite.
The classic one, the Standy Wellington is the one on the corner there in front of Burger Fuel. That little the one that's open late.
Tommy Millions.
Is that the one? What it's called? Like
I think so.
Right there on the corner of Courtney Place with the bungee there, and there's Burger Fuel.
Oh no, sorry, I think it's something
it's
else.
That's like the drunken.
Yeah.
Place, but it's good pizza still. But you guys went how many places? Hold on, did you say 8?
We did 8 slices.
From
no,
8 different.
Sorry, we did 8
places.
restaurants, but one of them we ended up not getting pizza. We were a bit pizzaed out, which last time I saw Nathan, I was like, I really regretted not getting that pizza
for the next day or something.
No, just so I could say I did it. So I want to go back and do it again. We did
anything that says any food crawl. I am down.
We did a few, so I can name a few other places. So Tommy Millions was one of them. Sal's was one of them. We also got ice cream from Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just to break it up. We went to the Mediterranean Warehouse, I think it's called. That was fucking good pizza. Oh man, we went to another place. I can't remember the name of it, but I think I got them on Instagram because I Instagrammed them and they messaged me back saying thanks.
I really, because when last month when I went up there to go, the comedy geek side of me was so excited to go to the classic, and people are listening like, what's the it's basically
it's a home in New Zealand comedy.
It's home in New Zealand comedy. Like anyone who does stand up comedy, like you got, it's like the iconic venue in New Zealand, and it's on Queen Street. It's called the Classic, and when I missed out on going last month because I was sick, it's the little things like oh man, like all these famous comedians that I love, like used to has sat in this chair or has been on the stage, or just being there, like having the selfie in front of the Classic logo sign at the front, and the fact that Scott who owns it was real cool. He was just like, we get better
cool
and
guy.
Come back up. I'm like, sweet, but if we could do it, if we're both up there at the same time,
well, I think I don't think we can do it this time, but let's make a point, But let's make a point to fucking get it done.
I'm glad that you put the nip in the butt now, because I would have
Well, I can't. I don't want to like promise anything.
No. Well, first of all, it comes down to the house sitter.
Yeah, and the dogs.
But that'll be so.
The dogs more than the house, to be honest. Right,
Yeah.
we got to wrap this up, man, because I'm gonna piss my pants. Honestly.
You're gonna piss your pants?
I really need to go.
Is
to
that
the
like
loo.
another side effect from this fucking tablet?
No, this is just side effect from me drinking like way too much shit.
Okay.
Earlier.
Well, before you jump, don't drink so much before a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Don't take your mate's socks.
And seek medical attention.
Seek medical attention and don't eat the chicken fried rice from the Palmerston North Hospital or you will die. Your fucking anus will fucking implode and then it'll fucking explode. How do you implode and explode? I'll tell you how. Eating hospital food. Don't fucking do it. And yeah, and I'm glad to be here. I'm not dead. And keep breathing. That's all I need to do. I need to keep breathing and not...
You're purposely delaying this.
I am, absolutely. I'm prolonging it. Okay, like, before you jump, thanks for all the support and everyone that's been saying, you know, thanks for not dying and blah, blah, blah. Shot that your dad's better. Shot that you're better. I'm alive. On to the next one.